look at this. This is the Cross Bronx Expressway. It was built in the 1950s by a racist guy named Robert Moses. And what he did is that he put a gash through a lot of the Bronx and a lot of communities in the Bronx.
I really appreciate AOC for making that video. I think the highway construction and its effects on Black and brown communities is something that we don't know a whole lot about, and this book, City Limits, really gets into that history because this issue is not just an issue in the Bronx, it's an issue all over the United States. When they made the interstate highway system in the 1950s and 60s, they put these freeways in the city, not around the city, but through the city, through predominantly Black and brown neighborhoods. And this book tells the history of that. It destroyed neighborhoods for the sake of progress, and it did it deliberately through Black and brown neighborhoods. And they left these people with hardly anywhere to go because of another practice called redlining, which is covered in this book, The Color of Law. And so that history of what happened in our cities, the effect that it's having on people, and the fight that people are still making to undo these interstate highways that have been constructed through our neighborhoods, and what we can do. Like she talked about capping, we talked about taking out freeways and putting in boulevards and diverting cross-state traffic to around the city. Why does someone who's on the road for 2 or 3 hours need to be cutting through my neighborhood in order to get to where they're going? They don't. They absolutely don't. So this book gets into that, gets into people who have fought. San Francisco and the Embarcadero, they took that thing down and they built a boulevard that I've walked on many times. Didn't even know that there had been a double-decker freeway that had cut through that neighborhood back in the 60s and 70s. So there is a history of this that we need to understand, and there's a history of resistance to this that we need to understand, and that is captured in this book. And so, yeah, check out both of these if you want to know more about what she's talking about in this video.